did it! Woohoo! Hurrah! Oh, that was so hard.
But Tina, we did it.
100 days of farming. It's done! Well, there are days on the farm when you just got to have a cup of tea and a relax, because I am a very go person, and I often forget to just chill and enjoy. And what better time to do that than video 100 of 100 days of farming. So we've moved the tent from the field because it was getting absolutely battered. So we've moved it into the bottom of the pheasant tree. So this is now our little base. And I've just noticed it's definitely autumn. Look, really nice blackberries. Don't mind if I do. So this morning we have been finally finishing the final aviary. Ta-da! It's not finished. We've still got to put the roof panels on, but Sard loves to leave trees inside his aviaries, and so there's 3 big trees in there, so he needs to cut the aviary panels around that. So I'm glad that we just got that main panel out. And actually, if I walk back this way, I can show you what it looks like. So from our little seating area, this is how it looks. Pretty nice. So I'm pretty pleased with that. No more building for a while now, because we don't want to rattle through all of our money. But yes, we've got this nice big aviary, and then obviously these ones that we've looked at before. Down here, little Stumpy-thon. Hi Stumps! What are you doing? What are you doing, Stumps? Hi! Hi! Hello! They've just had their breakfast, and over there by the car, you probably can't see them, but the goats are foraging, probably something they're not supposed to. It's a really lovely day today. There's a breeze, it's sunny, the perfect chill out day. Keep having tea. Here are our Reeves pheasants. They're all doing really well. Here are our quarantine hens that we bought the other day. All doing really well. Little Miss Wheezy is still wheezy, so she has not come to join these guys yet. And then we kind of walk out of the pheasant. I don't know whether I've ever done a proper whole walk through, but yeah, we walk out of the pheasant tree. There is the market garden. Flower garden. And I don't know if you recall, but right, well, why can't we see it my face? Here we go. That, on day video 1, there was barely anything there. There was none of this. None of the flower patch was there. That was completely gone. So that was all of this was just field. I don't think the shed was there. The polytunnel definitely was not there. All of the hutches were still down in the pheasantry, and I think we had a couple of rows of black plastic that I had some kale and some chard in, but that was about all. So actually it has expanded quite a lot, and will do for the foreseeable future. I was going to show you the goats, but they've run off again somewhere. So we go away from the market garden and we go over the bridge, which is not really a bridge at the moment because there's no water, and into the main field with all of our sheep, our ducks, our chickens. So there's our lads are over there, and Peaches. Our poultry are here, enjoying the sunshine. We've got a couple of escapees, but they never go far. So we've got a silky cockerel on the loose and a jock. Here are our lovely new barnacle geese, who have settled in really quickly. They've really chilled out, and they're finally starting to integrate with the rest of the flock as well. Initially, they kind of just stood on their own, but they've started to kind of come up to the feeders and things. And then down here, well, so over in that field over there, where my tea is, that's where we had our campsite. And then down here is currently where the sheep, the ewes, have got to. I love sheep. I know I have been obsessed with sheep, and I realised I got a Facebook update today, and I have now been keeping sheep for 1 year. My first sheep arrived on site exactly 1 year ago. And there are our ladies. A few of them hiding underneath the shelter of the trampoline. Oh, it's so warm. It's lovely. It's really, really pleasant today. This is a fantastic hedge. I get sidetracked, but look, it's full of rose hips, blackberries. There's some haw trees back there, so loads of hawthorn, loads more blackberries. I must go foraging this year. Last year, we were brand new to site. We were setting stuff up. I didn't get around to anything. I must pick sloes for sloe gin, and I must pick blackberries to make apple and blackberry jam because it's my favourite. And 1 year, once upon a time, I did make some rose hip jam. It was incredible, but it took forever. So it was rose hip and hawthorn, rose hip and haw jelly. But you don't get a lot of jelly product from the rose hips and the hawthorn. So for the amount of time it takes you don't get very much, but it was amazing. So I may well do that again. Look at this chicken. Put my tea down. She's properly on the rogue. What is she up to? And there is Jock, just keeping a watchful eye, making sure nobody strays too far. So this 100 days of farming has been pretty special. We've got more chickens and poultry, we've got more sheep, we've got more goats, we've got a new dog, completely by accident. We've got an entire market garden and flower farm up and running and are selling products. So really, since we began in January, we have come a long way. And I get a ton of messages and comments from all of you saying how much I've helped and inspired you and kind of given you entertainment, and you look forward to the videos. But I want to say thank you to you, because without your views and your comments and your feedback, I don't think I'd be where I am right now, because it has propelled me and motivated me to keep going. And you've helped me solve many issues sometimes, or you've problem solved. When I've had an issue, you've kind of problem solved in the comments, and it's been like an aha moment. I've suddenly gone, wow, that works. So without you, this wouldn't have happened, and I definitely wouldn't have got as far along as I have. I went shopping the other day. I know. Again, this time plant shopping. It was an accident, as most shopping trips are. We found a new garden centre called the Urban Jungle. I ended up spending £250 on plants. Oops. But I am pretending that most of them are for the business. And let's be honest, a lot of them are. So I got... oh, my camera's caught. I got these eucalyptus, which will be fantastic in bouquets. I also got this cotinus. I used to have a lovely smoke tree. We did transfer it. We did dig it up from the old garden and bring it here. but it didn't survive. So I bought a new one. Again, this is just stunning. Imagine that in an autumn themed bouquet. This incredible foliage, especially look when it's hit by the sun. Isn't that amazing? So I got that. This again I thought would look amazing in bouquets. I've just forgotten what it is. Aphysalis. Of course I should know that. But these lanterns again, amazing. I think would be amazing in autumn themed bouquets and flower arrangements. I got an aster because I really wanted some asters for again the bouquets at this time of year. I got a pine. You know my love for pines, and last year the deer ate my pine tree, so I bought a new one. Here it is. Isn't she lovely? I'm not going to plant her in the wood. I'm going to plant her in a pot and let her get a lot larger until she gets planted out. She is... I don't know why I always call them she. Let's call him a he. He is a Pinus radiata. There he is. He was only £30, which I think is actually really, really good. And I love him already. And also, Pinus radiata is one of the faster growing pine trees. So I might, by the time I'm 70 or 80, have a decent sized pine tree to look up at. So I, of course, get to enjoy the farm every day, wandering around, noticing new beautiful things. So I thought it would be quite nice to share a couple of minutes of stuff with you. So here is a little montage of life in September on the farm, all the different animals and the flowers and the plants. And then after that, let's discuss what's coming next. So what's coming after 100 days of farming. Now, many of you have asked, what's happening next? But don't fear, I am still, of course, recording because this journey has only just begun. The 100 days of farming is over, but next week, something else begins. So, starting next week and releasing 2 videos per week instead of 4 this time because it became too much. But starting next week is farming the 4 seasons. So for autumn, winter, spring and summer, I'll be taking you through the jobs that I'm doing on the farm with the emphasis of why I'm doing them for that particular month. I'll also break them down into the seasons for playlists. So if you want to find out what I was doing in autumn, you can just go to the autumn playlist. If you want to know what I'm doing for winter, you can go to the winter playlist, etc. Autumn is actually a super busy time on the farm, as I've kind of hinted at before. There is the prelude to lambing, which is tupping. There's closing down the market garden. There's planting tons and tons of bulbs for the flower farm next year, and a plethora of other things. So I hope to see you next week for the beginning of what I hope to be a year-long series, Farming the 4 Seasons.